Hello, hello, welcome to my studio. So we're gonna do some prenatal workout here. I've got a block, I've got ankle weights, and I think I'll actually grab a set of weights. So if you have those, ankle weights are totally optional. Something to stand on like a stair in your house or a step or a yoga block is ideal. So we are going to start here. This is to get the hips moving, the low back. My SI joint gets stuck a lot in pregnancy. So you can see the belly is growing, throws our posture off sometimes. So this is not only a good exercise for that, but I'm gonna add some ankle weights and get my booty working as well. Because I still like to get a little burn. These are gonna be, in general, these prenatal workouts are gonna be quick, but this particular one will be, just because I know we don't always have the energy or the time for really long ones. So we're just gonna start here. Nice, good posture, even across the hips. You're gonna sink your hip down and lift your hip up. So I have a ladder here. Feel free to use like a stair railing, the wall, whatever you have to hold onto your kitchen counter. Just sinking it down and lifting it up. It doesn't feel like a lot at first, but my right leg being on the block, I'm gonna really start to feel my glute working, especially this high glute med area. My left leg is just really hanging down, so I'm getting this like stretch and length, and then I have to work that right side to pick it up. So really good to just get some movement through the hips during pregnancy. I mean, this exercise is great anytime. I love this for my low back. But let's just go 3 more. And up. 2 more, keeping a little bit of connection with the belly. Last one, now even out the hips. I'm gonna lift it as high as I can, go as low as I can. Lift it as high as I can, go as low. So now I'm making them uneven on both up and down instead of just going neutral and then down. I'm going up and down. I'm starting to really feel that right glute working. Up and down. 1 more. Up and down. Now feel that right hip working. Find a nice even hips. I'm gonna lift and lower my right leg. So my right hip is, I said right leg. My right hip is super fired up. My left leg, I'm lifting and lowering. The added ankle weight makes this a lot harder. Totally can skip that if you need. Let's go 5 more and in. 4 more and in. Keeping lifted through the right leg. 3 more. I don't want to be slouching into that because that's not what we want. Last one. Now you're going to take it out, point your toe and give me little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it in. Take a breath. Lower. Lift, reverse the circles. 5, you'll start to feel that burn. 4, that stabilization happening. 2, 1, and lower down. So this is gonna be a stretch in between. I'm gonna rotate to face you though so you can see me. My foot is on, my other foot's in a high heel shoe next to it. I'm gonna take a forward fold. Here's a nice place if you need to hold on to a second block or a bench. Not everyone can reach the ground, so you might just be here. If you find that you can reach down to something, now work on dropping this left heel. Holy smokes, that's a deep stretch. Because I'm feeling it all the way up and around my right leg into that glute and hip. So again, going back to this SI and this hip flexor and this glute, your piriformis, everything kind of gets tight there during pregnancy, at least for me. So it feels really good. Hopefully you can hear my mic. Just stretch it out. Just kind of lift up. And then just bend both knees. Belly hugs in. Hug that baby. Roll it up. Really getting that neck to release. And then we're going to turn around to the other side. I didn't even look at my clock, so I'm going to keep an eye on it because I say a quick workout and then I just keep going and going. Too many fun things to do. Line up the block. Always good posture. I'm a horrible huncher when I'm pregnant, so I have to really remember good posture. Standing tall. You're gonna go down with your hip, up just to where I'm even. down, up to where I'm even. I am not hyperextending my left leg, which I tend to want to do, so I have to think, engage my muscles. Don't just sit on my bones. And up. Good. Down and up. But we did quite a few here in the beginning, so we'll do some more just to kind of really get into it. Left hip working, especially high up in that glute med, but just that left side work to pick you back up. Stretch down, work to pick up just to where I'm even. So I have a lot of mirrors in here, so I can see my waistband goes even, and then it goes uneven. But you'll just kind of have to fill that out for yourself if you don't have a mirror. Let's go one more. Have to be careful, no sitting, hyperextension in that knee, and up. Now we're gonna go uneven as we lift, uneven as we go down. So you're just going up and down. I'm bringing my whole right hip to the sky, right hip down to the ground. Left glute is on fire right now. Such good work for the hip. I'll put my hand on my hip so you can maybe see me better. Maybe let me lift it up here so you can see my hips. Let's do two more. And up. Last one. And up. Now we're going to take the leg out and in. This added ankle weight adds a lot. So now I'm starting to feel my right hip. My left glute is the stabilizing leg, so it is on fire right now for me. Now the right leg's just getting a little bit of work. Let's just go 5 more. And in. 4 more. Feel free to hold on to something, grab that wall. 2 more. Last one. Now we're gonna point the right toe. You're gonna circle 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, reverse, take it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in, whew, and lower down. Going into the stretch, I'll just rotate to face so you can see a little bit. Align the toes. High heel shoe with the right leg. If you need something to grab onto because it's too deep of a stretch, do that, because this you definitely feel. Maybe you're here and that's it. If you have to hold on to something, I'm gonna go all the way down. But here's where the challenge comes in. Sink the heel down to the ground. What that's doing is throwing my hips off. So now my left hip is higher than my right. And I'm gonna get, ooh, maybe I can't even put my right heel all the way down because I feel such a deep stretch. So left leg is getting this stretch all the way up and around. Huge stretch. I'm forward folding, just breathing there. Sinking a little bit deeper. Good, bend both knees, roll up like a rag doll. All the way up. Take a breath. So now, I'm gonna lay onto my back using this block. If you don't have one, you can also just do it without. It's just gonna add a little bit extra challenge. So, you're pregnant, most likely, doing these workouts. So try to roll to your side and lay down. I'm not always the best. I just still go down forgetting I have a belly. Just because we don't want to add additional inner abdominal stress. Right foot is going to go on the block, so I have it slightly to the right side. I'm going to lay on my back, being mindful of my stomach. Oop, my hair clip. So, plant the right foot down. I'm fairly close. I'm gonna lift my hips up and down. So again, kind of working with that unevenness. That's the theme of today. Up and down, pushing through that block and lower down. That's 2, 3. And you have to be mindful what feels good, where you are at in pregnancy. Ironically, pregnancy workouts you can do even when you're not pregnant. All it is just maybe being mindful of not doing a few moves that add that additional inner abdominal stress, and then just being a little more connected with your body. See, my mic's still working. Okay, let's do last one and hold. Now I'm gonna take it and do little pulses. So that right glute is really fired up. Left glute is doing a lot of work because it's the lower one. And I'm just pressing my hips to the sky. So it feels a little bit different because I'm uneven with one foot on the block. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, lowering down. If you found that you were sliding back, you can always scoot the block a little bit closer to you. Sometimes that happens. You're gonna lift up and take the left leg up. You're gonna extend it out and in. If extending doesn't feel good, just stay here. 2, you have to be mindful of what your belly can handle. 3, 4, 5, 6, because if you find that you want a cone in your stomach, then that's too much. Last one, bend it in. I'm gonna bring the knee in even more, and I'm gonna really squeeze the right glute as I lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I feel that burn. Last one, and lowering down. Hug the knees in. I feel like they call it like mom butt or something when you're pregnant. I forget the term most people use. You really sometimes do lose your butt when you're pregnant or postpartum, just because if you're not working it and your posture gets thrown off, your glutes kind of turn off. So that's why I'm always doing some things to keep things activated, because if your posture gets all funny and your glutes shut off, it doesn't support your low back at all in your core. So we want to keep things fired up. Lift and lower. So just keeping things activated, keeping things working with these workouts. Keep those muscles nice and happy, up and down. That's 3. Again, working with those uneven hips, pushing through those feet. 4. Good. 5, 6, and I feel like postpartum, the mom butt is a real thing. I don't know why we can't think of a better name for that, but because you do hold the baby and you're sitting, nursing, and then you're all slouched funny sometimes when you're holding the baby, which is not good. We should be tall, but it happens. One hip's out to the side. It's just a whole thing, and our glutes aren't always turned on. So keeping them nice and activated through pregnancy will help. Let's stay up there. I'm going to do some pulses. Lift it up and squeeze. Because if you haven't been doing my videos and you don't know, this is my 3rd pregnancy. So I've already done all of this 2 times through. So this will be the 3rd time through, pregnancy and postpartum and all the things. Last one, and hold. And then lower down, take a breath. We're gonna be lifting one leg, adjust as needed. Lift it up. My left hamstring's already screaming. I'm gonna stay high, little press out and in. Be mindful of the belly. So if all you can do is hold it, hold it. Otherwise, 6 more. 5 more. 4, left glute working. 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee in a little further and squeeze as you lift. 8, 7, 6, 5. Feeling that burn. 4, 3, 2. I'm like almost gonna cramp. 1, lower down, hug it in. It's because if I don't stretch now after a workout, if you get the crampy legs while you're pregnant, you know what I'm talking about. Obviously take your minerals, that helps a ton, but definitely for me, just doing a little stretching and that sort of stuff helps keep those cramps at night away. So now roll to your side. So now bring yourself up. I'm gonna spin around. We're gonna use the block and we're gonna take a little bit of breathing and a little bit of push-ups. Being mindful again what your stomach can allow. So imagine this is a squishier surface like a ball. And let me get more tabletop. You're gonna inhale, 360 breath. Fill that torso up like a balloon. Exhale, push into the block. Hug the baby. Pull that blueberry or marble up through your pelvic floor, up through your belly button, and then inhale it. Everything expands. Don't forget to release your pelvic floor. And exhale. Hug the baby in as I push through the left arm. Inhale, release. Exhale, push through the left arm, activating. Hug the baby in, lifting up through the pelvic floor, and rest. So now I'm gonna take some small kneeling push-ups. I'm fine drawing my hips forward. If you are not, stay with the butt out. A little counterintuitive to what we normally do. But again, just what you have to do with your belly. 2, 3, 4, keep going, 5, rest anytime you need, 6, gentle hug of that baby, last one, press back, child's pose back in that stretch. I think I'll clip my hair up so I can see. You're gonna take it to the other side. So we're gonna place the right hand on, or whatever hand you did not already do. Find that tabletop. Inhale, really let everything go. Expand into the ribs. Exhale, push through the right hand. Hug the baby in, lift through the pelvic floor. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's just go one more. Inhale. Exhale. And good. We're going to take those push-ups again. I believe we did 6. Down and up 6. I could probably drop my hips more forward, but feel free to keep them out if you need. 5, 4, just listening to that abdominal pressure. If you can keep the belly hugged in, you're good. 2, I think I'm counting right. Let's say last one. And then child's pose back. Counting and talking is the challenge. I'm gonna put this between my knees to activate the inner thighs a bit more. Where did I sit my weights? Grab your light weights. I have 3 pounds, so they're not that light. I'm not going super heavy today with the arms. So just fill it out, what feels good for you. I'm gonna squeeze my block, inner thighs, pelvic floor, belly. We'll do wider in a second. I'm gonna go forward and bring it up. Forward and bring it up. Good, 2. Being mindful of that core, what it can handle. 3, 4, 5, feeling that zipping up motion. That's what the block's giving me. If you don't have a block, totally fine. Let's go, maybe last 2 for 8. Last 1, and bring it in. Now I'm just gonna take the block out. A little bit wider with my knees. Bring my hands to my chest. Not really using the arms as much as I'm just loading a little bit of weight on my legs. Down and up. We're gonna add a little bend here in a second. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now you're gonna take it back. I'm gonna sit the hips back. I'm gonna lift up, press my arms high. 1. Down, press 2. Kind of staying in a little bit of a hinge. That's why even when I go up, I'm hinged back a bit so my thighs are on fire. 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, hold. Now, you're gonna go here and down. So you're gonna alternate hip to elbow. Get a little bit of glute, but definitely some oblique activation. Essentially, you're crunching to the side. Shortening the side, sit it back. Shortening the side, sit it back. Keep going. Keeping those sides alive. A little bit of torso movement, upper thoracic movement as you shorten to the side. Let's go. 2 more. Whew. Last one. And I'm seated. Now I'm just gonna go down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and bring my arms down. So I'm gonna take both weights into my right hand. Feel free just to do one weight if you don't want it as heavy, or no weight. You know you. What you can do today. Hand down. I always say challenge yourself though if it feels good. My knee is bent, my leg is straight, my arm is working, my glutes are gonna be activated. I'm lifting high to the sky and then lowering down. 1. Lift, lower down. 2. My Left knee is the bent knee, so my hamstring and glute are really working. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, I feel it, last one, 8, lower down. Now I'm gonna lower to my forearm, right here, and exhale. So it's inner thigh, but my belly still activates. Hug that baby in, and then inhale, release. Again, drop a weight if it's too much on the arm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, 8, bend the elbow. You're gonna lift the leg. Bend it in, out and down. Lift, bend, out and down. Up. Only one more, and then we're gonna lay on our side. We're almost there. And down. Now lay all the way on your side. Stretch it long. Arm is to the sky. Bring your feet slightly forward. I'm gonna kick up to my hand. 1, 2. If you can kick past your hand, go ahead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and bring it down. Good. Rest. Sit up, and then we're gonna swing it around to the other side. So I'm gonna place both weights in my right hand. Navigating, moving around with the belly in the way. Right leg is planted down. My left leg is long, whatever side you didn't do. Press it up and bring it down. 1. Good. 2, 3, 4. Almost done with the workout. 5, 6, 7, one more. 8, lower it down. Lower to your forearm. Get ready for that inner thigh. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Good. 4, 5, 6, almost there. 7, 8, bend the elbow. Lift it up. In, out, lower down. Still lifting through this side. 3 more. And 2 more. Last one. And good. Lay on your side. Stretch it out long. Feet come slightly forward. Arm to the sky. Big kicks. 1, 2. Put some energy in it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and lower down. Rest your weights. Although there's so many more things I could do. We'll put that in the next one. You're gonna plant your feet down. Hands here. Lift it up. Everything's activated. So you're filling the back of the legs. You're using that back, you're using the arms, but you're getting a nice shoulder opening. Just breathe there. 1 more. And good. Lowering that down. Just a light arms today, not too crazy. Legs are wide. You'll have to see, being mindful of how much space the belly's taking up. We're gonna go over to the side, bring ourselves up, hinge forward. Other way. So fairly active stretch here because we're moving down and up. And again, over, down, couple more, over, down, 1 more each side, over, down, last one, then we'll go to the center, over, down. Now we're gonna go arms and forearms. Reach arms, lots of inner thigh here, forearms, and again, stretch long arms, forearms. And I'm really feeling my pelvis roll forward a little bit. And then one more forearms. Just feels good to hold it a little bit longer. Feeling that stretch, breathe. The belly can kind of just hang in between the legs. And bring yourself up. Good. Good work today. Hopefully that felt great on your body as you move through your pregnancy. Hopefully you can join me in the studio or for one of my workouts I post online. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.